Alright, so we're here at my workplace here, and we're gonna go ahead and lift the vehicle up. I totally forgot to record a lot, so I'm gonna go and try to make up for it. I already got the front lip on there, but I only have it on with 2 screws. I'm gonna go ahead and lift this thing up, and then you guys will see me do the rest of it here. Here, and now I added heat around this area here and this corner here because this top part of the bumper wasn't sitting down, so I just kind of held it and added heat into those areas that were flexing, and now it's kind of molded into that spot where it should be. It's exactly what I wanted. So now I'm just gonna apply heat evenly around the whole lip just to get used to the natural state where it should sit, and then that's where it's gonna finally be set and stay. I still haven't decided what I want to do with the fog lights yet, so that's gonna be for another video also, because I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to measure this up and get the measurements of how big I can run a fog light in there, and then run the wiring and do all this stuff. So like I said, that's for another video. I'm also still waiting for this piece here, the grill piece that sits right here. So still waiting for that piece to come in so I can just slide that in. I should be able to just put it under and slide it through maybe, or even something from, yeah, it has to go in from the back, so then we can slide it in and just come under and then clip it on. And then I also ordered a new license plate mount that runs from the tail hook area, so I still have to do that also. Yeah, yes. So this side here, Jesus, see this gap here? So I'm just gonna apply more heat. So I'm gonna push here. I'm gonna push here and apply heat to whichever point flexes. So you can see here it flexes here. So I'm gonna put some heat there while I push up, and then probably, yeah, that should probably be good. Just heat there in that corner. So this video is just strictly just fitting this lip. That's all it is. It's a lot of work just for a little. What I did was, because it wasn't fitting, I added a bolt in there, and then now see how it's sticking out here. I'm just gonna apply heat here and push in. So what was happening was that it was, the lip is kind of sticking a little farther back than it should from the actual bumper, and I'm not sure if that's just the way, you know, it being an eBay lip, it's not perfect, but I'm gonna apply heat and just push in and see if that helps out. But the rest of the fitting is nice. Like the driver's side is perfect. You know, I added a bolt there just so that it's, I'm probably gonna have that heat here too, but do that after. You can see it's pretty nice. That front part here you can't really see from the top, so it looks good. I'm gonna leave it. It looks ugly under, but the top looks good. So I mean, being an eBay lip, that's not bad. For, I think it was like $100. Clean up. Where's that? I forgot to bring my chest mount for my camera here. It's gonna be nice and shaky for you guys. it's still pretty hot. I'll wait a little bit, let it cool down. We'll check the fluids and stuff in this thing. Coolant. I'll add some cold water just to this and water to that. Just the overflow. I lost the cap to this thing. It's gonna be a minute. That's good. And that's pretty much how it looks. I wanted to add, so you see how this has this like weather strip here? It's missing the one for the tail light. So I was gonna add one here, and then to clear up the tail light, because there is a gap. I'll show you here in a bit. Let me wipe this down. There's all this dirt here. So the actual weather seal for the trunk is this one right here. So this keeps the water out. But the one that goes over the third brake light or third tail light cover, whatever garnish, the one that goes over the tail light here, keeps water away from the tail lights, I would say, for when it runs off of the trunk here. So if you look, I didn't push all the way, but that's pretty much, you can see how there's no gap, and then there's a big gap here. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the that weather strip, the same one I used for the hood of the G, and then run that along here, and it'll clear up this gap. So I looked it up on Z1. The actual part is like fucking $300 just for a piece of rubber seal. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna order this Amazon one and see if it works, because it's just a rubber piece that sits between here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that and see. All right, so I got my box here of rubber seals. All right, let's see. Just grab a better angle for you guys. Is recording? Yep. Oh, the sun here is probably not gonna help me out. We could go from this side, away from the sun. Yeah, it'd probably be a better view. You guys get a good view of the Z. I wish I did all my recordings of vlogs of everything I did, because I did so much. We have the rubber seals here, which I used this one, a very thick one, on the hood, and once. Definitely need to do that too, because water does start to leak, tend to leak through the windshield. Alright, so let's see, can you guys see? Alright, so what I have here, so you can see I've added that seal here and just ran it along here. There. And then we're gonna go ahead and close the trunk and see how good it seals. See how good the seal is. Hopefully, like I said, I hope it clamps down. That's what I'm hoping. That it clamps down on the tail light. Okay, not bad. It could have came out a little bit more. Let's see if I can. Maybe I could bring it out a little bit more, because you can see how it's still kind of a gap. It does seal it on the inside, but I wanted it to come out a little bit and kind of fill in this gap here. So I'm gonna pull it back out, and then we're gonna go ahead and readjust it. Hopefully it still sticks. If not, I might just get that super glue. Like I said, I don't really care. Oh, I'm supposed to cut out the center. Possible. Go ahead and check it. We're gonna close it. See how it looks. So up and down, I can kind of see it. I'll go ahead and just push it up more to where I can't really see that adhesive part. I think when I close it, it should, like I said, it should close the gap more. You should be able to see this. Alright, that's actually a lot better. It does fill it in more. Exactly like I wanted it to. It does fill it in a lot better. And it does clamp down, so it is weather tight. So now you can see how it sticks out like how I wanted. I wanted it to kind of stick out to where it would fill in that gap. And it stick out a little bit more than I wanted to, but it's good enough for me. Yeah. So now it looks more like it covers that whole area. See there, my taillights are all cracked. The center's cracked. This JDM center's cracked too. The JDM was the one with the red. That one's cracked there, and this taillight's cracked too. So I got another set of taillights from another Z buddy. So I plan on trying to mess with that one and do LEDs. I would do it myself. So these ones I converted to do clears, all clears. But it's not the greatest. Like, it was my first time doing it, so I should have did a video on that too, but it does look pretty good from far. They're usually red and orange, and I can convert it to all clear with LEDs. So it has red LEDs on the top, and then these are white. And then same thing for the reverse lights, they're white also. But yeah, so that looks good there. Happy with it. It's turned out pretty much kind of how like I wanted it to. Seal it. Without it, it was just a big gap, and it just looked like, you know, there's nothing in, like, it looked like obviously there was something missing, or it looks like my trunk is open, but it wasn't. So now it's all good. Maybe I'll save the trunk hood for another day. So what I wanted, just so I'll show you guys what I wanted to do for the windshield. So I got the car like this. It was missing the whole windshield trim. I think I've said it in my other video. It's missing the whole windshield trim here. And I looked up on Z1. It's about almost like over $300 for both, which is a lot of money just for, you know, a trim. So what I was gonna do was and it's actually starting to leak from the very top here. Sometimes I'll get like water running down here, but not a lot. It's like, it has to be, even with heavy rain and through car washes, it's like 1 or 2 drops, but it is still leaking. So what I wanted to do was, I actually wanted to just add some Flex Seal down here and just run it all the way down, and then just fill up this hole inside here all the way up pretty much to where almost to where the mirror is. And what I was gonna do was just get more of that what's it called, rubber universal rubber seal that I have, and I was just gonna run it and push it all the way in here with that rubber seal so that it fills in this gap, and then it also works as the actual rubber seal. And I was gonna do that because you can see on that side, you see the red, that's the original color of the car, and without these side moldings or trim piece, you could see the red. Yeah, and it just looks ugly if you look at it up close. And like I said, it is starting to leak up top here just a little bit. But yeah, I was gonna put the rubber sealant in there and then shove that here, I'll just show you guys, and shove the actual rubber seal in there and then leave it in there. I don't know if I took a video, but I installed a new lip. I don't think I did. So this is a S0708 STI lip also, but it's a less aggressive one as the one I first had. See, it doesn't have the fin that comes up like the side skirts there, or side extensions. It doesn't have that, and then it also doesn't have that point, so it kind of just rounds. So this lip was a little hard to install because the original one I had did have more surface area, and this one had less, so I had to kind of mold it to sit on the bumper. And if you look, the very front of the lip kind of folds down, so the front is definitely a lot lower than the side. So it kind of it's like straight, and then it kind of twists down because I had to mold it to fit onto my bumper here. But yeah, it does still fit really nice. You can see, you know, like I said, I figured that the other 07 STI front lip fit, so why not a different style? But when I ordered this one, like I said, it had less surface area mounting points, so this one was a little bit trickier. But I like it. It looks a little cleaner and not as aggressive as the other one, I'd say. Because the other one was just a little, it was very like I said, it had the fins and all that craziness, and then the points. So this one's kind of more subtle, and I like it. Kind of not a lot going on. So, but yeah, I'll probably save that for another video. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. The windshield trim. Like I said, I got family things I got to do today. So what I'm gonna do now is just kind of start the Z and let it run, since I haven't started in a week and I don't want the battery to die or anything. Just let it run and just, you know, let it warm up, and then shut it off, and then move the G back up top, forward more. But yeah, the G is starting to look a lot better. I'm still waiting for that center grill that goes behind the license plate, and then I'm still debating on what I want to do for the fog lights, because I really don't know yet. I forgot to measure it, but yeah, I still don't really have an idea of which fog lights I want to do. But it is coming along very well, and it looks very good, as you can see.